One time I literally walked into the washroom and this guy's just like, we were late to the party, like an hour because of that.
You can answer this one.
Speaking of being like high maintenance, I feel like maybe personally, I'm a little bit high maintenance. I'm kind of guilty of that. Especially the Iranian women back home. You know, they're very feminine. They expect to get taken care of by, you know, a male figure from the day that they're born. It can kind of affect their dating life too because they expect a lot. I'm not like that.
You're not?
No.
Iranian women can be really headstrong, super assertive, opinionated. If that is what a diva is, then I guess it's true.
No. Most of the time, Iranian women take care of everything.
Well, I think all women in the world are expected men to take care of them. If you want a woman, that kind of comes with it, I think.
I am here for you, goddess. Nilufar. It's a Persian woman's name. Literally, this guy could just be like going inside a Wendy's to buy a drink, and she's like, "Where did you go, huh? Huh? You were talking to the cashier? Why you talk to her like that, not me?" Pa.
Okay.
A lot of people would be offended by that. I'm personally not offended. Arabs are our neighbors. We've lived side by side for centuries, and I don't think that should be taken as an insult. I'm just saying a lot of Iranians take that as an insult.
Yeah.
No, Iranians are not Arab, with the exception of a small Arab minority that lives in Iran and has been living there for a very long time.
Their writing is basically so similar,
Yeah,
so that's why sometimes...
So they think the language is the same,
Yeah.
even though the two languages are in different family groups as well.
Oh, that's so dangerous.
That's very controversial. Yeah. Oh.
It's like saying Italians are French.
See, I don't really care. It's not really offensive to me, but a lot of Iranians get offended hard when other people call them Arabs.
We have been neighbors with Arabs for a very long period of time. The influence has been both ways, actually.
Iranians are not Arabs and Arabs are not Iranians. Like, that's basically how it works.
Oh yeah. Persian people drink so much tea, their body's actually made up of 10% tea and the rest is water, but mostly tea.
I'm the biggest tea drinker you've ever met in your life. I drink like 3 times a day, maybe more.
Sometimes it's like up to 10 cups a
Yeah.
day.
I go with glasses, not a cup.
Like if you're having a gathering, like a family gathering or
That's
something,
true.
the tea keeps coming, it keeps coming. It's like, oh, you're done, let me just bring more tea, here's more tea.
I drink about 10 glasses of tea every day.
That's not even possible. How can you drink 10 glasses of tea?
Every 30 minutes. Our famous tea is from north of Iran, Lahijan. It's a black tea and it's so delicious.
And also we have something called nabat, which I love. Like, I'm a huge fan of it. It's crystallized sugar and I love it. Like, it's the best thing ever. Oh yeah. I'm probably the only Iranian that doesn't drink a lot of tea.
Yeah, I don't drink
like my
much either.
parents, they go through like a couple of pots a day.
My dad, he gets a headache if he doesn't have his tea at the right time of day. Sounds like an addiction. It's probably an addiction of some kind. I don't know.
Actually, the fun fact, it might add it up. Like Iranians usually, they're very common in getting like tongue cancer because of drinking too much tea.
Oh.
Yeah?
I don't know.
Not me personally. I do have a lot of Iranian friends who spend hours getting ready, and I've been in the same house with them and they're not really doing anything. They're just like walking around.
Generally, Iranians, they like to take care of themselves. And I think the show off is part of the culture.
I've seen it among other Middle Eastern groups like Arabs, my Arab friends. Persian men and women, they really like to take care of themselves, as she said, and they like to be very polished.
Yeah, I hate to feed into stereotypes, but that one I have to say is generally true.
Definitely true. Definitely true. Do you want me to explain? First of all, before I came here, I drenched myself in cologne. Let me get that out of the way. The grooming part, I'm not as good as some Persian men. They're like they're the final boss. I'm in the middle right now.
In general, yeah, they do nose jobs a lot, and also they care about how they look, and this is a good thing. It's a kind of a rite of passage also, and they kind of want to show that, you know, my family or I can afford to get a nose job, and it's kind of something that they're proud of, and they keep wearing the nose band for, you know, longer than they should.
My mom, both my aunts, my cousin, like, it's not a coincidence that they all had nose jobs. I used to joke around that in Iran, the second a woman is born, they already book her appointment for when she turns 16. Like, and that's kind of rude, but it's just it's not even a taboo. It's not even taboo. It's just like,
It's not. It has become a fashion over the years.
In my opinion, Iranian women are the most beautiful women in the world. That's a personal opinion, regardless of plastic surgery or not. It is true, that stereotype is true, that in Iran, plastic surgery is quite common. People can disagree with this, but I think part of that is because a lot of people in Iran are oppressed and they want something different and they want to change something. So the first thing they think about is changing their appearance somehow.
Girls that I know, and my girlfriends, they don't do nose surgery. They have never done. They're beautiful, bro. Persian women are so beautiful. That's exactly why I'm taking a break from it. You know, it's just they're too beautiful. It just blows up your mind.
Because they say they can't breathe, but they're just lying. I don't know. They just like they're self-conscious about their nose, and I get it. It looks like an ogre's toe. Am I allowed to say that?
I have a typical kind of Persian nose. Like, I have a bit of a schnoz. Like,
Just a little bit.
well, you're being kind.
Especially in Iran, you know, they have to wear hijabs, and then the only thing they have is to cake their face. Literally pounds of cake of makeup.
Appearances count for a lot. The type of car you drive, the way your home is decorated, the kind of jewelry you have, etc. And the face is the first thing that you see of someone, right?
Yeah, I kind of get it. I kind of get it. I know exactly what you mean.
But I agree that Iranian accents are a little funny.
All accents have their beauty, you know?
Yeah.
You can find any accent to be charming and interesting.
Someone who speaks English wants to speak Farsi, their accent would be a little bit funny at first.
I think a lot of Iranians do find the Persian accent to be funny, if you ask them.
Really funny feedback from a non-Persian friends that they say, oh, it's really nice when the girls speak it, but it's kind of sound weird when the guys speak it.
I think I do.
I don't think it's funny. I don't know if I would use the word funny, but it's unique.
Of course, they talk very smooth, very mellow. It's like pretty much like when you're swerving and waving.
People are not well educated, they don't have any technology and something like this. And also they think that Iran is kind of desert.
Always think that Iranians are very religious and conservative, like their government, right? And it is the exact opposite. Iranian people in general are most likely less religious than the average American.
My non-Persian friends keep asking me, so when are you gonna get your nose job? And I'm like, I'm not really planning on it.
Do women drive in your country? And that was like funny.
I hate the stereotype of Persian men being like possessive and controlling. I worry that like in like the online dating world, like might get dismissed more than someone else who might because of the fact that they read that I'm Persian.
Probably like Persian girls being sexually inexperienced or not as liberated as other women.
I would love for the world to know the true and authentic culture of Iran, which is not often presented well. And I don't want to make this political, but part of that is political.
Iranian people are so different from their governments. And Iran is so different from how they try to show Iran in the news. And
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Government is different from people, that's all.
They are well educated. They can be well educated. They have something to say.
Persian girls, including me, we basically use nice words when we don't mean it a lot. Like, "Qurbunet beram, azizam, asalam," it means like, I die for you, I love you, like, honey, my love. And you know, it's like basically sometimes, most of the times you don't mean it.
The people itself are absolutely incredible, the nicest people you'll meet, and the food is bomb. It makes you feel good on the inside, and you bloat a lot. Very heavy, actually. This is why I look like this.
Hey everybody, this video was all about Persian stereotypes. If we missed any stereotypes, then let me know in the comments below. And if you liked the video, then don't forget to give it a like, share it with all your Persian friends. And as you may have noticed, we got a chance to film this one in the studio while socially distancing. Next week, we have another video featuring the Persian guys in this video, and they're gonna be talking about, or actually explaining some cool Persian terms. So stay tuned for that. I'll see you guys next week with a new video. And as usual, keep on breaking down your barriers.